Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumera Kamal. First headlines. Over 2 million faithful are in Maidane Arafat to perform Rukn-e-Azam of Hajj Waqoof-e Arafah. Federal Cabinet at its maiden meeting in Islamabad today took decisions to ensure austerity and accountability. Foreign Minister says Pakistan's new foreign policy would be Pakistan-centric and steps would be taken to bring the country out of international isolation. China has expressed desire to work closely with Prime Minister Imran Khan to further strengthen bilateral relations. Election Commission has allowed overseas Pakistanis to exercise their right to vote in upcoming by-elections. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 more youth in Baramulla district today. And now the news in detail. Chanting Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik, around 2 million pilgrims are present in Maidane Arafat, praying Almighty Allah to forgive their sins. Earlier, they listened to a Hajj sermon delivered from Masjid-e-Nimra by Sheikh Hussain bin Abdul Aziz Al Sheikh. Delivering a Hajj sermon, the Imam urged Muslims to play their due role for peace in the society. He said Islam forbids us from indulging in sins and vulgarity and propagates harmony and brotherhood among Muslims. He said success can only be achieved by following the path of Quran and Sunnah. The Imam said rule of law and justice are the hallmark of an Islamic society. He said Allah likes those who are honest and pay zakat and do charity. Later, the Hujjaj offered Zuhr and Asr prayers together and will stay at Arafat, spending the whole day in supplication praying for welfare of Ummah. After Azan-e-Maghrib, Hujjaj will leave for Muzdalfa, where they will offer Maghrib and Isha prayers together and spend the night under open sky. They will also collect pebbles to throw at Satan in the next morning. After offering Fajr prayer at Muzdalfa, they will leave for Mina for remaining Hajj rituals. Federal Cabinet has taken decisions to ensure austerity and accountability and put names of former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and Maryam Nawaz on exit control list. This was stated by Minister of Information and Broadcasting Fawad Chaudhry while briefing media after the Cabinet meeting in Islamabad this afternoon. He said it has been decided that the process of accountability will be started from the Prime Minister and the Cabinet members, for which they will again declare their assets before the people of Pakistan. The minister said the Cabinet has withdrawn medical facility abroad for ministers and members of the Parliament. He said auction of extra luxury vehicles of the Prime Minister House was also approved. Information Minister said 2 committees have been formed to review heritage and general properties of the state to make them beneficial for the common people. He said the Minister of Water Resources has been directed to present a report regarding Diamir Bhasha Dam and other reservoirs. The minister said the Cabinet has approved placing names of Nawaz Sharif and his daughter Maryam Nawaz on ECL, while legal procedure to bring back Ishaq Dar, Hussain Nawaz and Hassan Nawaz should be initiated. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Fawad Chaudhry says the ministry will play its due role in implementation of Prime Minister Imran Khan's vision unfolded in his address to the nation. Talking to Radio Pakistan's special correspondent Javed Khan Jadoon on the occasion of oath-taking ceremony of Federal Cabinet in Islamabad today, he said the Information Ministry will serve as a bridge between the government and people. Fawad Chaudhry said the positive and soft image of the country will be projected adequately at international level. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Fawad Chaudhry has stressed the need to upgrade Radio Pakistan and proposed introducing English channel of radio on internet, particularly for international audience. Chairing a meeting in Islamabad today, he said Radio Pakistan has a significant and vital role in national development and promotion of culture. The minister asked the Information Ministry to play a proactive role in promoting and projecting positive image of Pakistan at international level. Newly elected Punjab Chief Minister Sardar Usman Ahmad Buzdar took oath at the Governor House in Lahore this evening. Acting Punjab Governor Chaudhry Parvez Ilahi administered the oath. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan's new foreign policy would begin and end at Pakistan, and steps would be taken to bring the country out of international isolation. In his maiden news conference in Islamabad today, he said the current foreign policy would be reviewed with specific focus on serving Pakistan's interest. Responding to a question, the minister said he would focus on bridging the trust deficit between Pakistan and regional countries. The foreign minister expressed his intention to pay a visit to Kabul to move forward on bilateral agreement. He said the two countries share a future and geography, and we have to work together and begin our long journey. On relations with India, he said a continued and uninterrupted dialogue is the only option for the two nuclear powers, and coming to the table and talking peace is our only option. The minister said we need to stop the adventurism and come together. This is Radio Pakistan. Chinese Prime Minister Li Keqiang has expressed desire to work closely with the Prime Minister Imran Khan to further strengthen Pakistan-China relations. He was talking to the Prime Minister by telephone to felicitate him on his party's victory in general elections and forming new government. The Chinese Prime Minister hoped that China-Pakistan economic corridor will be completed as per schedule. He also extended an invitation to Imran Khan to visit China. Prime Minister Imran Khan said Pakistan and China are close friends and strong partners. Election Commission has decided to grant overseas Pakistanis the right to vote in upcoming by-elections. The decision was made at a meeting chaired by Secretary ECP Babar Yaqub in Islamabad today to discuss the matter of allowing overseas Pakistanis to cast vote in by-elections in the light of Supreme Court's directives. He said instructions have been issued to National Database and Registration Authority in this regard. Islamabad High Court has reserved its judgment in petitions filed by former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, Maryam Nawaz, and Captain retired Mohammad Safdar seeking suspension of their conviction in Avonfield reference. A division bench of the court comprising Justice Athar Minaullah and Justice Miangul Hassan Aurangzeb is hearing the case. Minister for Religious Affairs Sahabzada Nurul Haq Qadri has asked the ministry to get instant reports from Saudi Arabia about Hajj arrangements for Pakistani pilgrims. Talking to the officials of the ministry in Islamabad today, he said pilgrims should be provided every possible facility. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred two more youth in Baramulla district today. The youth were killed during a siege and search operation in Uri area of the district. On the other hand, senior all-party Hurriyat Conference leader Muhammad Ashraf Sehrai, in a statement, congratulated Imran Khan on becoming Prime Minister of Islamic Republic of Pakistan. He expressed the hope that Imran Khan would play a pivotal role in settlement of the Kashmir dispute in its historical perspective. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain, thundershower with gusty winds is expected at isolated places in Rawalpindi, Gujranwala, Lahore, Faisalabad, Hazara divisions, Islamabad, and Kashmir. To end the news, here are the headlines once again. Over 2 million faithful are in Maidane Arafah to perform Rukn-e-Azam of Hajj Waquf Arafah. Federal Cabinet at its maiden meeting in Islamabad today took decisions to ensure austerity and accountability. Foreign Minister says Pakistan's new foreign policy would be Pakistan-centric and steps would be taken to bring the country out of international isolation. China has expressed desire to work closely with Prime Minister Imran Khan to further strengthen bilateral relations. Election Commission has allowed overseas Pakistanis to exercise their right to vote in upcoming by-elections. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in the fresh act of state terrorism martyred two more youth in Baramulla district today. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.